Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in with the world around you? Like there's something different about you that you can't quite put your finger on? Well, what if I told you that you might be an angel living in a human body? That's right. You could be a celestial being having a human experience. And today we're going to explore the signs that might reveal this incredible truth about your soul. Now, you might be thinking, an angel? Me? That's impossible. But hold on, because the idea isn't as far-fetched as you might think. Throughout history, across cultures and religions, there have been stories of divine beings walking among us. And while we often think of angels as perfect, glowing creatures with wings, the reality might be much more, well, human. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but why does this even matter? What difference does it make if I'm an angel or not? Well, let me tell you, recognizing your true nature can completely change your life. If you don't realize who you really are, you might spend your whole life feeling lost, confused, or like you're not living up to your full potential. Imagine going through life with a nagging feeling that you're meant for something more, but never quite figuring out what that something is. It's like having a superpower but not knowing how to use it. You might find yourself struggling with everyday problems, feeling overwhelmed by the world's negativity, or simply feeling out of place in your own life. But if you can recognize the signs that you're an angel in a human body, suddenly everything starts to make sense. Your unique qualities, your struggles, your deepest desires, they all fall into place. You'll understand why you've always felt different, and more importantly, you'll know how to use your special gifts to make a real difference in the world. So, what exactly do we mean when we say you might be an angel in a human body? Well, let's start by breaking down what we know about angels. In many spiritual traditions, angels are seen as messengers of the divine, beings of pure love and light who help guide and protect humans. They're often described as having incredible wisdom, compassion, and spiritual power. Now, the idea of angels in human bodies, sometimes called earth angels or incarnated angels, suggests that some of these celestial beings choose to be born as humans. They come to Earth with a specific mission: to spread love, light, and healing to a world that desperately needs it. But here's the catch. When they're born as humans, they don't remember their angelic nature. It's like they have spiritual amnesia. This explains why you might feel these incredible qualities within you, but struggle to fully express them or understand where they come from. You're working with human limitations while carrying angelic potential within you. It's a unique and sometimes challenging experience, but it's also incredibly powerful when you learn to embrace it. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I'm one of these earth angels? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. We're going to look at 7 key signs that might indicate you're an angel in a human body. These signs aren't about having supernatural powers or being perfect. Instead, they're about the unique way you experience and interact with the world around you. As we go through these signs, remember that everyone is unique. You might strongly relate to some signs and not others, and that's okay. This isn't about fitting into a perfect angelic mold. It's about recognizing the divine light that's already within you, whether you identify with all of these signs or just a few. Also, keep in mind that recognizing these qualities in yourself isn't about ego or feeling superior to others. In fact, true angels are known for their humility and their desire to serve others. If you do identify with these signs, consider it a call to embrace your gifts and use them to make the world a better place. So, are you ready to discover if you might be an angel in disguise? Let's dive into the first sign that could reveal your true angelic nature. One of the most telling signs that you might be an angel in a human body is an incredibly deep sense of empathy and compassion. This goes beyond just being a nice person or feeling bad when you see someone suffering. For earth angels, empathy is a core part of their being, almost like a sixth sense. If you're an angel in human form, you likely find yourself deeply affected by the emotions of others. You don't just understand how people feel, you actually feel it yourself. When a friend is sad, you feel a heaviness in your own heart. When a stranger on the street looks distressed, you can almost physically feel their pain. This intense empathy can be overwhelming at times, but it's also one of your greatest gifts. This profound empathy often translates into a strong desire to help others. You're the person friends turn to when they need a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen. You might find yourself going out of your way to help strangers, even when it's inconvenient for you. This isn't because you're trying to be a good person. It's simply who you are at your core. Your compassion likely extends beyond humans, too. Many earth angels feel a deep connection to animals and nature. You might be the type of person who can't bear to see an animal suffering, or who feels a profound sense of peace when you're surrounded by nature. This comes from your innate understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things. However, this deep empathy can also be challenging. You might find yourself easily overwhelmed by negative emotions, whether they're your own or someone else's. You might struggle with setting boundaries because you always want to help, even when it's not good for your own well-being. Learning to balance your empathy with self-care is often a key challenge for Earth Angels. If this sounds like you, it's important to remember that your empathy is a strength, not a weakness. It allows you to connect with others on a deep level and to bring healing and comfort to those around you. By learning to manage and channel your empathy, you can use it as a powerful force for good in the world. The second sign that you might be an angel in a human body is a persistent feeling that you don't quite belong in this world. This isn't just about being socially awkward or not fitting in with a particular group. It's a deeper, more fundamental feeling that you're somehow different from most people around you. If you're an Earth Angel, you might have felt this way for as long as you can remember. As a child, you might have felt like you were different from your peers, even if you couldn't explain why. You might have had interests or thoughts that seemed mature beyond your years, or found yourself pondering deep questions about life and the universe while other kids were focused on toys and games. As an adult, this feeling of not belonging might manifest in various ways. You might find it hard to relate to common human concerns like material wealth, status, or power. While others get excited about the latest gadgets or fashion trends, you find yourself more interested in spiritual growth, helping others, or contemplating the mysteries of the universe. You might also feel out of step with the pace and priorities of modern life. The 9-to-5 grind, the constant hustle for success, the focus on competition rather than cooperation. All of these might feel foreign or uncomfortable to you. You may find yourself longing for a simpler, more meaningful way of life. This sense of not belonging can be isolating at times. You might feel like no one really understands you, or that you're somehow speaking a different language than everyone else. You might have a hard time finding people who share your deep thoughts and feelings, leading to a sense of loneliness even when you're surrounded by others. However, it's important to understand that this feeling of not belonging isn't a flaw. It's actually a sign of your angelic nature. You feel different because you are different. Your soul remembers, on some level, that it comes from somewhere else. This world, with all its chaos and materialism, isn't your true home. The key is to reframe this feeling. Instead of seeing it as a negative thing, recognize it as a reminder of your true purpose. You're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out. You're here to bring something different to the world, to help raise the vibration of those around you, and to spread light in your own unique way. Moreover, while you might feel different from many people, you're not alone. There are others like you out there, other Earth Angels who are also finding their way. As you embrace your true nature, you'll likely start attracting these kindred spirits into your life. The third sign that you might be an angel in a human body is a powerful, almost irresistible urge to help and heal others. This goes beyond just being kind or helpful. It's a core part of your being, a driving force that shapes much of what you do in life. If you're an Earth Angel, you likely find yourself constantly drawn to situations where you can make a difference. You're the person who stops to help a stranger change a tire, who volunteers at local charities, or who always has a kind word for someone who's struggling. You might find yourself in a helping profession like nursing, counseling, or teaching, or if not, you probably bring a helping spirit to whatever work you do. This desire to help often comes with a natural ability to heal. This doesn't necessarily mean you have magical powers to cure illnesses, although some Earth Angels do pursue energy healing or other alternative therapies. More often, it means you have a knack for emotional and spiritual healing. People often feel better just by being in your presence. You might be a good listener, someone who can offer comfort and wise advice when others are struggling. Your healing nature might also extend to the world around you. You might feel a strong urge to help heal the planet, perhaps through environmental activism or by living an eco-friendly lifestyle. You might be drawn to heal rifts between people, acting as a peacemaker in conflicts. Essentially, wherever you see pain or discord, you feel called to bring healing and harmony. This desire to help and heal can be incredibly fulfilling. There's nothing quite like the feeling of knowing you've made a positive difference in someone's life. However, it can also be challenging. You might find yourself taking on other people's problems as if they were your own. You might struggle with burnout from constantly giving of yourself. You might even attract people who try to take advantage of your giving nature. If this sounds like you, it's important to remember that while your desire to help is beautiful and important, it needs to be balanced with self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup, as the saying goes. Learning to set boundaries and take care of your own needs is crucial for Earth Angels. It's also important to remember that you don't have to save the whole world single-handedly. Sometimes, the most powerful healing comes from small acts of kindness, from being fully present with someone who's struggling, or from simply shining your light in your own unique way. Every positive action, no matter how small, contributes to the healing of the world. Your desire to help and heal is one of your greatest gifts as an Earth Angel. It's a reflection of the divine love that you carry within you. By embracing this aspect of your nature and learning to channel it in healthy ways, you can make a profound difference in the lives of those around you and in the world as a whole. As we've explored these first 3 signs, profound empathy, a sense of not belonging, and a strong desire to help and heal, you might be starting to recognize yourself. Perhaps you're nodding along, thinking, yes, that's exactly how I feel. Or maybe you're starting to see your life experiences in a new light, understanding why you've always felt a bit different from those around you. Remember, being an Earth Angel isn't about being perfect or having supernatural powers. It's about carrying a divine light within you and feeling called to share that light with the world. It's about viewing the world through a lens of love and compassion, even when that's challenging. It's about feeling a deep connection to something greater than yourself and wanting to be of service to that greater good. As we continue to explore the remaining signs in the next part of our journey, keep an open mind and an open heart. Reflect on your own experiences and feelings. And most importantly, remember that whether or not you identify as an Earth Angel, you have the power to bring more light and love into the world. That's the true essence of what being an angel is all about. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something that turned out to be right, even when it didn't make logical sense? Or maybe you've walked into a room and immediately sensed the mood, even before anyone spoke? If so, you might be experiencing the 4th sign of being an angel in a human body: heightened intuition and sensitivity. For Earth Angels, intuition isn't just the occasional hunch. It's a constant companion, a sort of internal guidance system that helps navigate the complexities of human life. This intuition often manifests as a deep knowing, a sense of certainty about things that you have no logical way of knowing. You might find yourself anticipating events before they happen, sensing when someone needs help, or knowing just the right words to say in a difficult situation. This heightened intuition is often accompanied by increased sensitivity, not just emotionally, but physically and energetically as well. You might be sensitive to loud noises, bright lights, or crowded spaces. You may find that you're affected by the energy of places and people, feeling drained after being in chaotic environments or around negative people. Many Earth Angels are also highly sensitive to the unseen realms. You might have experiences that others would call supernatural, seeing auras, sensing spirits, or receiving intuitive messages. These experiences can be confusing or even frightening at first, especially if you don't understand what's happening. But as you learn to trust and develop your intuitive abilities, they can become powerful tools for guidance and healing. This sensitivity and intuition can be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it allows you to navigate the world with a deeper understanding and to offer insights that can be incredibly helpful to others. On the other hand, it can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially in a world that often values logic and reason over intuition and feelings. If you resonate with this sign, it's important to learn to trust your intuition while also developing discernment. Not every feeling or hunch needs to be acted upon, but learning to recognize and honor your intuitive guidance can lead to a life that feels more aligned and purposeful. It's also crucial to develop practices that help you manage your sensitivity. This might include regular meditation, spending time in nature, or creating a calm and peaceful home environment. By honoring your sensitive nature rather than fighting against it, you can turn it into one of your greatest strengths. The fifth sign that you might be an angel in a human body is a persistent feeling of homesickness, even when you're in familiar surroundings. This isn't the kind of homesickness you feel when you're away at summer camp. It's a deeper, more existential longing for a place that you can't quite remember or describe. If you're an earth angel, you might find yourself gazing up at the stars with a sense of inexplicable yearning. You might feel a tugging in your heart when you hear certain pieces of music or see beautiful works of art. There's a part of you that knows, on some level, that your true home isn't here on Earth. This feeling of homesickness can be confusing and sometimes painful. You might find yourself feeling restless, like you're always searching for something but you're not quite sure what. You might have a hard time feeling fully settled anywhere, always sensing that there's somewhere else you're supposed to be. Often, this longing for home translates into a fascination with the spiritual or metaphysical. You might be drawn to stories about angels, aliens, or other realms of existence. You might find comfort in spiritual practices or in learning about different belief systems, always seeking something that resonates with that deep inner knowing of another home. This sense of not being from here can also manifest as a feeling of being on a mission. Many earth angels have a strong sense that they're here for a specific purpose, even if they're not always clear on what that purpose is. You might feel a constant urge to make the world a better place, to spread love and light, as if you're trying to make this earthly realm more like the home you remember on a soul level. While this longing can sometimes feel isolating, it's actually a beautiful reminder of your true nature. It's your soul's way of remembering its divine origins. Instead of seeing it as a burden, try to view it as a gift, a connection to a higher realm that can inspire and guide you in your earthly journey. The key is to find ways to honor this feeling without letting it prevent you from fully engaging with your life here on Earth. After all, if you are an Earth angel, you chose to come here for a reason. Finding a balance between honoring your spiritual home and creating a fulfilling life on Earth is an important part of your journey. The sixth sign that you might be an angel in a human body is an extraordinary capacity for love and forgiveness. This isn't just about being a nice person or trying to do the right thing. It's a fundamental orientation towards love that colors everything you do. If you're an earth angel, you likely find yourself able to love others deeply and unconditionally, even when they've hurt you or when they're difficult to love. You have a knack for seeing the best in people, for recognizing the divine spark in everyone you meet. This doesn't mean you're naive or that you let people walk all over you. Rather, it means that you're able to love people as they are, flaws and all, while still maintaining healthy boundaries. This capacity for love often goes hand in hand with an incredible ability to forgive. You understand, on a deep level, that holding on to anger and resentment only hurts you in the long run. You're able to let go of grudges and to forgive even deep hurts, not because you're a pushover, but because you understand the healing power of forgiveness. Your loving nature might extend beyond individuals to encompass all of humanity, or even all of creation. You might find yourself feeling a deep love for strangers you pass on the street, or a profound sense of connection with animals and nature. This universal love is a hallmark of angelic energy. This doesn't mean that you never get angry or upset. Earth angels are still human, after all, and you'll experience the full range of human emotions. But you might notice that you're quicker to return to a loving state, quicker to forgive and move on, than many people around you. Your capacity for love and forgiveness can be a powerful force for healing in the world. People are often drawn to your loving energy, finding comfort and acceptance in your presence. Your ability to forgive can inspire others to let go of their own anger and resentment. However, this loving nature can also present challenges. You might find it hard to understand why others hold on to anger or engage in hurtful behaviors. You might struggle with setting boundaries, always wanting to give people another chance. Learning to balance your loving nature with self-protection and healthy boundaries is often a key life lesson for Earth Angels. If you resonate with this sign, remember that your capacity for love and forgiveness is one of your greatest gifts to the world. In a world that often seems filled with anger and division, your ability to love unconditionally and forgive freely is truly angelic. By embracing and cultivating this aspect of your nature, you can be a powerful force for healing and transformation in the lives of those around you. As we've explored these three additional signs, heightened intuition and sensitivity, a deep longing for home, and unconditional love and forgiveness, you might be feeling a growing sense of recognition. Perhaps you're seeing patterns in your life that suddenly make more sense, or understanding why you've always felt a bit different from those around you. Remember, being an Earth Angel isn't about being perfect or superior to others. It's about carrying a unique energy and perspective that can bring more light and love into the world. It's about feeling a deep connection to something greater than yourself and wanting to be of service to that greater good. Each of these signs represents a different facet of angelic energy manifesting in human form. Your intuition and sensitivity allow you to navigate the world with a deeper understanding and to offer insights that can be incredibly helpful to others. Your longing for home keeps you connected to your spiritual origins and fuels your desire to make the world a better place. And your capacity for unconditional love and forgiveness allows you to be a powerful force for healing and transformation in the lives of those around you. As we move into our final sign, keep reflecting on your own experiences and feelings. Whether you identify with all of these signs or just a few, remember that you have the power to bring more light and love into the world. And in the end, that's what being an Earth Angel is truly about. The seventh and final sign that you might be an angel in a human body is a deep-seated feeling that you're here on a mission to spread light in the world. This isn't just a passing fancy or a nice idea. It's a core part of who you are, a driving force that shapes your life choices and your interactions with others. If you're an Earth Angel, you likely feel a strong sense of purpose, even if you're not always sure what that purpose is. You have a nagging feeling that you're meant to do something important, something that will make a real difference in the world. This might manifest as a passion for a particular cause, a talent that you feel compelled to share with others, or simply a constant desire to help and uplift those around you. This mission to spread light often comes with a keen awareness of the darkness in the world. You're probably highly sensitive to injustice, cruelty, and suffering. But rather than becoming overwhelmed or cynical, you feel called to be a force for positive change. You believe in the power of love, kindness, and compassion to transform even the darkest situations. As an Earth Angel, you might find yourself naturally taking on roles that allow you to spread light. You might be drawn to careers in helping professions, creative fields, or spiritual work. Even if your job isn't directly related to your mission, you likely find ways to bring more light into your workplace and your daily interactions. This sense of mission often comes with a feeling of divine guidance or protection. You might feel like you're being led or supported by unseen forces, especially when you're engaged in work that aligns with your purpose. You might have experiences of synchronicity or divine coincidences that seem to confirm you're on the right path. However, this mission can also come with challenges. You might struggle with feelings of overwhelm, wondering how you can possibly make a difference in a world with so many problems. You might feel frustrated when others don't share your vision, or when change doesn't happen as quickly as you'd like. You might even experience periods of doubt or confusion about what exactly you're meant to do. If you resonate with this sign, it's important to remember that spreading light doesn't always mean doing big, dramatic things. Sometimes it's the small acts of kindness, the gentle words of encouragement, or simply your presence that can bring light into someone's life. Every positive action, no matter how small, contributes to raising the vibration of the world. It's also crucial to remember that you don't have to do it all alone. Part of your mission might be to inspire and empower others to spread light in their own ways. By shining your light brightly, you give others permission to do the same. As we've explored these 7 signs, profound empathy, a sense of not belonging, a desire to help and heal, heightened intuition, a longing for home, unconditional love, and a mission to spread light. You may have found yourself nodding in recognition. Perhaps you've seen aspects of yourself reflected in these descriptions, or maybe you've gained new insights into experiences and feelings you've had throughout your life. If you've resonated with many of these signs, it's possible that you are indeed an angel in human form, an earth angel sent here on a divine mission. But even if you only connected with a few of these signs, or if the idea of being an actual angel doesn't quite fit for you, there's still immense value in recognizing and nurturing these qualities within yourself. The truth is, whether or not you believe you're literally an angel, these qualities, empathy, compassion, intuition, love, and a desire to make a positive difference, are incredibly valuable and needed in our world. By embracing and developing these aspects of yourself, you can bring more light and healing to those around you, and to the world as a whole. Being an earth angel, or simply embodying angelic qualities, isn't always easy. It can come with challenges, feeling different, being overwhelmed by the world's pain, struggling to find your place. But it also comes with incredible gifts, the ability to touch hearts, to offer healing, to inspire change, and to experience profound love and connection. As you move forward from here, consider how you can more fully embrace these angelic qualities in your life. How can you honor your sensitivity while also taking care of yourself? How can you use your intuition to guide you? How can you share your light in ways both big and small? Remember, you don't have to be perfect to make a difference. You don't have to save the whole world single-handedly. Simply by being true to your nature, by choosing love and kindness in your daily interactions, by following your inner guidance, you're fulfilling your angelic mission. Whether you're an earth angel or simply a compassionate human being, know that your presence in this world matters. Your light is needed. Your love makes a difference. By embracing your unique gifts and sharing them with the world, you're contributing to the healing and evolution of humanity. So shine your light brightly, Earth Angel. Trust in your inner wisdom. Follow your heart's calling. And know that by being true to your angelic nature, you're helping to create a more loving, compassionate, and beautiful world for all. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the signs that you might be an angel in a human body. Whether this concept resonates with you deeply or simply offers a new perspective, I hope it has inspired you to recognize and value the divine light within you. Remember, in the end, it's not about whether you have wings or a halo. It's about how much love and light you bring into the world. And in that sense, we all have the potential to be angels on earth.